Hey guys, welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. I'm super excited. Today is the 1st of May. So I'm starting this vlog on a Sunday because I just wanted to start because I haven't done a reading vlog in over a month. So I'm excited to get into this, do some art and craft stuff, summer garden stuff this month, and the most I can do, try to get it back to normal of how I like my videos to be. So I am reading 2 books. I started over the weekend reading this book, Miss Pearlie's Girl, and I am literally, guys, 2 chapters, 1 chapter and an epilogue. So I'm gonna probably the goal for this one is I'm gonna do a review and put this one on my blog, because my blog also have not been getting a lot of attention in April. So for May, I'm gonna get back to that. But what I will tell you is this is a story about a woman. This is her 4 daughters up here. I mean, I don't know if you can see the illustration on this, but look how gorgeous this cover is. And basically she is ill, and one of her wish is that her daughters all come back together, but they have so many secrets and hurt and all these things that they have not conquered over the years. So in this book you get to learn why they're no longer, the sisters are no longer close, secrets that they've been holding on to. These are women that are in their late 30s and early 40s, so they have a lot of secrets that they've been holding on to for decades, and it exposed in this. And this was such a page turner because each sister comes with drama. So there's always that something's gonna happen next, and you want to know, and you just cutting the page and like, oh, what's next? What's next? This is a quick read. This is a, I think this can be a cool summer read, because of it's just, it has that southern theme to it. They're from the South, you know, the food and the culture and all that. So, you know, when you think of the South, a lot of southern books, you know, it's the summer, you know, the lemonade, you know. So I am a big fan of it. I'm enjoying it. It's wrapping up. I am basically, you know, getting to the nitty-gritty at the end, and I liked how it turned out. So I'm gonna do a review on this on my blog, and definitely think more people should pick this up. This is another one of me walking through Walmart. I am so like happy that Walmart do have uncommon black books, because you don't really get that in a lot of the regular department store, bookstore. They tend to have more of the popular one that everybody's screaming about, versus Walmart just, they get the ones that's not, because I haven't heard nobody talk about this or seen this, and this is my second, I would call chick lit kind of book that this year that I picked up from Walmart. So kudos to them. But yeah, now book that I'm going to be focusing on this video. I am 50 pages in. It's not a long read. It's about 209 pages. And this is The Bread the Devil Knead. And this is the book. I'll pop the picture up because I'm reading on my Kindle, guys. I'm disappointed I don't have the book yet. So I most likely will be finishing this before I get the book. And if that's the case, I'm going to have to cancel it because I'm a little bit disappointed that the book is not here yet. But I'm reading on my Kindle because I didn't have the patience. And if you can see the cover, it's banging. Now, I went into this book completely blind. I only knew about it because it is on the short list for the Woman's Prize for this year. And not just on the short list, because I don't intend on reading any of the other books. I only read 1 book on the short list, which was my favorite book last year, Great Circle. And I love that book. That one is in the top 6. But the only reason I picked this up, guys, because it's a Caribbean author. Yes, I'm here for it. I'm here to support the Caribbean author. And then I realized, you know, it might be, you know, good since it's got to the 6th. You know, that which doesn't mean anything, because sometimes, you know, that don't. But for me, I was like, okay, let me check this out. I still don't know the nitty-gritty, but the 50 page in, it's a sad, dark book. It is dealing with a woman who is going through some real abusive situation with the man she's with, and in this story she's having like flashback to her mom, and you're kind of getting where she is, why she allows certain things to happen to her. I didn't think this was what the book was about, but it better be something else going on, because if it's just just this and it's not a long book, I don't know, guys. I don't know. But I'll let y'all know as I go, because I am planning on reading. I literally just started reading this last night. And I think I only read one chapter last night. I didn't even get that far. And then this morning I've been reading it, but I also been doing the most. But I want to finish this, so I'm going to focus on finishing this and jump back into this and that. What I'm doing in this video, I will give you my ink collection. So I have this box that I want to use to store my ink, because I have so much ink on my desk and I want to just actually have somewhere to store them. So I'm going to do a DIY on that, so you'll see that probably tomorrow. I'm going to start the DIY. It's going to take me 2 days, because I got to do a different color inside so that the ink, if it was to spill, it wouldn't stain the inside. It would just be like more neutral color, and then the outside, of course, the theme, because you know I like green. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I will show you guys that. And I think that's the focus for this video this week. I don't think I'm doing that much gardening stuff this week, because it's supposed to rain literally almost 3 to 4 days this week. It's going to be raining, so it's not going to be that, which I don't mind, because guys, my backyard, there's no leaf on them trees still. Like, I see everybody showing their beautiful spring situation. I don't have that right now. My spring situation just looks still like fall. I mean, not fall, winter. So I'm hoping with all this rain that we're getting this week, and then the weather's supposed to be consistently nice this week, that, you know, by next week we get some leaf in the back and I can really start putting stuff down, my carpet, my rug, I mean my outside rug, and all the other stuff that I want to put, umbrella and all that, and I could start, you know, being outside more, because in the daytime it's nice. The pollen might kill my ass. That's a different story, because yeah, I have issues with when the pollen is really high. I have issues. But you know, I might have to put a mask on it when I go outside, just to survive a little bit, because usually in May I am not a fan so much outside in May, because the pollen do be kicking my butt, and then after that I'm fine, I don't have issues. But May, yeah, the pollen gets me. So that is the gist of what I'm going to be giving you guys, the rundown of this month. And yeah, so on to the next, guys, on to the next. Hey guys, so I had a small giveaway. This is really, I call it a small giveaway because it's really just some stickers, some washi tape. This is one of my favorite, fountain pen, the ink. Hopefully I can mail the ink. Hopefully the postal people don't give me a problem. And then these are some stamps, and this is for the winner of a journal mode challenge, which I haven't announced yet, but they will be announced before this video comes out. And then of course I made this small, cute, small, it's a cute size. I think you can fit your journal and stuff. Bag, and it came out really good. It came out real good. I love the journal mood on there, and again, just something really simple for this one. Hey guys, so let me give you the rundown. I'm about 60 something percent in the book. You know, I'm reading on my Kindle, and I'm I am trying to figure out how is this book in the final. But then I'm thinking maybe the next 30 something 40% that I have of the book might change my mind. So I don't want to judge it yet completely. But it's just okay read for me right now. I'm not impressed. I feel the main character, it's really a book about domestic violence. A book about a woman who is subjecting herself to this man who she's not married to, and he's just basically beating the hell out of her, and people are telling her she need to leave. And then she's going back and forth where you get into her past, her mother, her relationship with her cousin, and the things that happened to her. I guess in a way the author is trying to show apart what an example of what a woman may have experienced that to make her stay in an abusive relationship. I get that, but I've read so many books that has the same theme and same idea that to me are way better. So I'm not sure where this book is going. I feel like I'm just like, okay, what, she's getting punched today, all right? This has happened. She's interacting with friends and people from her job, and I'm not sure, guys. Not sure. I feel some kind of way because, you know, it's Caribbean. You know, I wanted to be fist pumping this book, but not there. So I'm gonna continue reading, and that's another thing, you know, like for a short book, you know, I should be like done already, but it's not giving me a page turner situation. That's the best way I could put it right now. But we'll see. Maybe the next couple of pages that I have left will change my mind, and it would turn in a way that I could see why it's on the list. But for right now, I just don't see why it's on the list. Yeah. So anyway, you guys see that I put, let me show you guys. So I put another coat on the box. I love it. I love how deep it is. I don't want to touch it because it's still wet. But when it's dry, I'll show you, and then I'm going to line inside with black paper. So this way, if the ink was to get spilled, it won't mess up the inside of the box. But that's what I have going on right now. And I'll see you in the next. Hey guys, so I just came back from the gym. This is what this is looking like. It came out really nice. So it needs to dry a little bit more before so I'm gonna let it sit out for tonight, for the rest of the day, and then tomorrow work on lining the inside of it. And it came, I'm glad I did this project because I didn't expect this, but I have a subscriber to follow me on Instagram. I think she follows me on here as well. She sent me these ink samples. So I mean, you can see all different shade of ink, and I love this kind of setup. This is one of those like packages that you get like in the holiday season, and I love this because you get to try out different color to see if you like. And so I'm excited for this. I am definitely going to pop these out, take off the plastic. They all have plastic on there. They really seal this properly, and I'm gonna test one of them out later today. But I'm super happy that I have these, and I get to play with them. This one, Winter Spice. It's not going to show up good on camera, but I think I'm going to try this color. I love how it is. It's just like a dark chocolate, but not the kind of brown I have currently. But we'll see. We'll see what I'm in the mood for today. This one didn't do well. This one looks like it got spilled a little bit, so I gotta be careful when I open that. Yep, because it's all over my hands. So that one didn't do well. Packaging. Other than that, all the rest of them are fine. None of them spill. There's a full-size one. There's a full-size. I guess it was considered as more of a full-size compared to the rest. Yep. So I'm kind of glad I didn't shower yet, because this one, I'm going to have to get some wipes when I do this. I'm going to do this downstairs, so I don't make a mess. But yeah, this is it. So, zoom in a little. Yep. So these are all the ink. Is a lot. It's a lot. I think it's 25. Yeah. Yeah, 25. So 25 different colors. This is gonna be fun. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go take a shower since I'm still sweaty from the gym. Hey guys, so yeah, I'm here to talk about the books, and then I'm gonna share with you my ink collection, which is not a large collection, so that part will be faster than the other videos I did. So I am gonna start by saying I did do a review for Miss Pearlie's daughter, Miss Pearlie's Girls, and this is a family drama, very much good for the summer. They're packed with secrets in this, and I like how the story took place, and I like the each character had something about them that was special, that brought some drama, brought some chemistry, and stuff that you want to read when you're talking about family drama, and especially family drama that involves girls. I think this is just a good chick lit. It has that happy ending that you want, which is a good thing, because a lot of books lately, you know, just have that open ending where you just making your own assumptions of how their life continue. This one, you get that healing, how they heal, how they get past some of the hurt and pain that they conflicted on each other ultimately. So I really enjoyed this. Again, review on the blog, and yeah, let's get into this. Yeah, I'm gonna put the picture up. So this is The Bread the Devil Knead, and this is by a Trinidadian author, Lisa Allen-Agostini. So I absolutely love the cover. You guys can see the cover. Amazing cover. This is art. This is a book that I still want to have a copy of, because it's just the covers. It's amazing. Now I'm gonna tell you all the pros and all the cons about this book, because I have mixed feelings towards the book. So the things I love, again, cover, amazing. I love the dialogue. I love how she maintained an authentic dialogue of how Trinidadian people talk and communicate with each other in this. So the writing really reflects a Caribbean author, a Caribbean culture. There were things in it that is very much Trinidadian culture, and you felt it. You felt the carnival. You felt the music, the certain celebration that they have, and you felt it throughout the book. And I enjoyed that the author was able to do that, especially getting this kind of level of recognition for a writing style that is very authentic. Is something I am really happy for the author, that she's able to do this. Now let's get into some of the things that worked for me and some of the things that I struggle with. Now, I did not read the synopsis. I went into this book blind. One, the cover. Two, it got to the point where I saw a lot of it on Instagram. Also, it made it to the finals. So I was just like, it's a Caribbean author. Oh yeah, let me pick this up. So when I started reading, I realized what it's about. At first I was like, yeah, not sure if I would have like really ran and want to pick this up. It is a domestic violence situation. This is about a woman who has been broken down from a very young age, even how she even got here. And there's certain secrets within her family that she didn't know. So throughout the story, you are getting the present in terms of the relationship she's in that's very abusive, the relationship she has with friends as well as her boss, and she's getting rekindled with another family member who she has lost communication with by choice. Then you have the flashback to her younger years, things that happened to her. And those are the things that are important in this story, because those are the things that let you know what kind of woman she is and why she allowed herself to be abused by this man. And it is a very eye-opening to domestic abuse, to how mentally damaged some women can be, and why a lot of times they don't remove themselves even when there are safety net in place for them to remove themselves. Because in this, where the frustration for me was, there were safety net, there were friends that was willing to protect her, there were strangers who were willing to protect her in this case. there were things that she saw that should have been a sign for her to run. There was an incident that happened right in front of her, and that was another opportunity for her to run. But she still was not able to move. She was still not able to pull herself up through all of this. And that's the part of the story that's frustrating, but then it's a part of the story that a lot of women experience, and as an outsider, you're wondering why are they still there. And that's the part of the story that I felt the author wanted the reader to experience. And it's a tough one to accept that there are some women who are stuck because mentally they cannot escape their own self. And that's frustrating to read in this book. There's also moments where you realize in a lot of cases, it takes something extremely dramatic to happen for a woman to actually be out of that. And sometimes it's not in the favor of the woman, and sometimes it is in the favor of the woman. So you know, the author used something in this I thought that was like needed to happen, and I'm appreciate that it happened this way, because in a lot of reality cases it does not end up in that way. It ends up in the other way, and much more dramatic, even more destroying the person's life. So that part I was like grateful for, and it built up to that, because this book is short. It's only about 209 pages. I read it on my Kindle, it says 209 pages. And as you're reading it, and it feels like, where are we going? We are just unraveling this woman's past. We are still having this life goes on moments in this. And I was so confused in how where the author is going, because we are almost at the end. So when the incident started happening, and you're just like, all right, thank you. Like, thank you, because I really wanted to throw the book, you know, well, my Kindle, because if it were a book, I'd probably throw the book, you know, because of how things were happening, that I just was kind of like, where are we getting there? Are we getting there? Is there an outcome I'm going to appreciate? That kind of deal. I would say she's getting some claps from me, because these are the kind of books that it's difficult to read. And it's difficult to accept certain things because of your own feelings towards people in that situation. Now, you guys know I don't like books where I call the character a certain word. I'm not going to use it in this, but and the character came off that way for me. So of course I was struggling to actually like the character. I was struggling to want to continue reading and get into the story. And I find that I push myself in this book because I had to realistically think about reality of this story, because this story is fiction, but it's reality for someone. It's reality for quite a few people. And I thought about that part when I'm reading. I said, you know what, continue reading it, get the message, because the message is in this story. Now, because this is a woman's award, the book was actually perfect for that, because it's a woman's writer award. It's the attraction of a woman writer telling a story of a woman's struggle. But I personally enjoyed Papa Sure, enjoy Build a House Around My Body. So those two books, I felt they were different, but they were much more literature-wise. I thought they were stronger books, and this is why I felt like I was being judgmental in the story. I think if this wasn't an award book, I might have felt totally different, accepting how this story got into the top 6. But because I did finish it, because I understood the story, I get it, and I understand why it's in the top 6. I understand how more impactful this story would be compared to the other books. The other books are very much fantasy and very magical realism and all these other things that is in those other books, versus this one is more real life kind of literature. So perhaps that's why that was got a little bit more pull than the other ones. So it was a book that I will definitely not forget, because it took me on this journey that sometimes you need in certain books to push you to understand and to grasp the concept of the author, and the where the author want to take you, and she did it. So with that said, I am going to say, yeah, yeah, I struggle, but it was definitely a yes for me. So I would recommend you guys reading it. It is short, but it feels long. It feels like more than 209 pages, okay? But get into it. I definitely recommend it. I do want the book. I just think the cover is just amazing, and it's worth having on my desk, my bookshelf with all the other Caribbean authors. So I'm definitely gonna pick up the next book. Is another Caribbean author, is another popular one. We're gonna see about this one too. So let me head over to my other desk so I can just show you a quick my ink collection. So those of you that's following my journaling series, it continues. This one is ink. I believe the next ones I'm going to go into maybe gadgets. I do have notebooks. I have other categories, so the next couple of videos are going to touch on different things. So this week, ink. So let's move over here. So hey guys, so I decided I wanted to have another, case to fit in some of the bigger bottles, because I had them all on my desk, and my desk is starting to get cluttered and I just don't like it. It's still looking, I still need to clean up and get rid of certain things off the desk that I don't need to have on a desk until I'm ready to use it. So I saw this at Michael's, and it's similar to other ones I bought, and you guys saw I painted it the green so it matches all the other ones. I haven't decided where the heck I'm putting it yet, but it doesn't need to be on display, to be honest with you. I just need to have it somewhere. I like that I can close it off. So what I did was I kept inside of it neutral, and then inside I cut the black paper that you saw. This way, if anything got leaked, it wouldn't mess up the box. So let's start. So got my thing here. So I'm gonna talk briefly about the inks. Luckily, I don't have that much ink. So you guys see these yesterday, all these samples that I got, and I love that I have the samples to play with, so I can figure out in the future what I want to buy. So that's where that's gonna stay over here. All right, let's get this started. All right, here we go. So let's start with some of the older ones. So I have this one right here, and you can see how bright this is. This bottle is absolutely gorgeous. For whatever reason, every time I open it, I make a mess. And I'm going to try not to make a mess today. But this one is, I absolutely love the color. It is really good for fountain pens. Dip pen, however, I find that the consistency is very light. So it doesn't stick to my glass pen or like other things that I use, as well as the other inks I'm going to show you. So this one, I find that I have to, if I'm using it as a dip method, I'm dipping into it a lot because it doesn't hold on to ink that much. All right, let's hope I don't make a mess because it's bottled for whatever reason. So we're going back to the book. So you can just see the color. So I'm just going to dip a little because I don't want to waste too much. And let's see, have I used this on here? No, none of these colors were that. So let's try down here. All right. As you can see, that didn't work too well. All right, there we go. So as you can see, the color is very vibrant, and I can probably write about, if I fill this up, I could get away with maybe 2 or 3 sentences before I have to dip in it. But the consistency is very light. It doesn't stay on long, but you can see the color. The color is worth it. So when I use this in my fountain pens, I'm super happy and I love every minute of it. So that is the first one. I do want to get more colors in this because I still think it's the color is just different. The kind of ink it is different. The next one on my list is this special edition, but guys, check out the bottle. Check out the bottle. The bottle is just a showstopper. Like, I find that I want to have it on display, but at the same time, I'm like, my desk is just not big enough for all of this. But this is absolutely pretty. I take a lot of pictures just to have it in a picture. This one is not as bad. It is not as runny as the first wheel one, but this one also, you do dip in there a lot because the consistency of the ink is not, what do you call it, as thick. With dip pen, the thickness of the ink, the consistency matters. So, look how vibrant that is. Look how vibrant that is. Love it. Love it. This one is better, like I said, than the other one. I can do the same thing. I probably could get about 3 sentences in on this. And you can see it sticks to the dip pen much more better than the other one. If you can tell the difference. It does do better than the other one. But this is you can use for dip, and I also use this in the fountain pens. I want more of this. I actually want this in a red because I think a red would be fire in this brand. Then we are going to the sport guy because this one now is work with everything. Dip, it works with fountain. It's just very, very taint. So the consistency is just lovely for anything, and you're gonna see the difference. Like, I've used so much of this. This is my primarily black ink that I use. So it's you can't really see it, but it's definitely low. So it's not that much left in this, but you can see it runs on the glass pen really good. And this one is, you see how dark it is? Look how dark it is. This one you can write a lot without having to dip multiple times. You won't have an issue with this one at all, dipping a lot of time. Still think the ink is amazing. I mean, you can see the water I'm dipping in. Look how strong the ink is. So I thought this was a decent price. It wasn't expensive. Like the other ones, they were pricey. The first wheel, this and the other one, I believe they were about $30. I think they were on 30, or I think this is the most expensive. 30, 35, something around there. The other ink are from the same brand, so let's start with the green one. And this ink is affordable, so affordable. You get in 50 milliliters, and this was about $11. You can't beat it. And this one is a nice one for dip. This brand, you will have no problem doing dip method with this one. I mean, look at that. Look at that color. So absolutely recommend this. Absolutely recommend this. And it depends on how you use it. You can get a very dark green, or if you use it lightly, it can get a nicer, lighter colored green. But I love this green. I've been using this one a lot last month, especially last month in my journal. I've been using this color a lot. I don't know why, but it's like my new favorite color to use when I write in my journal. So yeah. Now, if you can look at the drying, now the first two already dry already, but you can see that the darker the ink and the thicker the ink, it's going to take longer to dry. So keep that in mind when you are writing a lot, that you can't close your journal right away. You have to keep your journal out for a little bit so it dries. And that is something I noticed with the consistency of the pen. You want it thicker, but just keep in mind thicker means longer to dry. So this is just, I love this, love this. This is like a yes for me. And then we have the brown, and I love this color. So this is a same brand again. Absolutely love the color. Okay, see how nice and dark that color is? Just so lovely. Love it, love it, love it. And again, it'll take a little longer to dry, so keep that in mind because this one is still not dry. The green is still not dry, so just know it'll take a little longer to dry. So that means don't smudge it, don't touch it, because it will mess up the entire page. So that is the con of having it thicker, that it's perfect for dipping because it stays on your glass pen or whatever dip pen you use longer, so you don't have to constantly dip, but it takes longer to dry. So that's the con. The other ones are sample, and I'm going to show you these because this brand I absolutely love. It is the same owner for this one. Yes, same owner for this one, I believe. But I got these sample because I wanted to see if I would. But this one, it is a gray. This one is beautiful writing with, because it looks a little darker. I think when it dries, it looks better. It has a much better look when it's dry. And so it looks much darker, but when it finally dries, you'll see that the shade is lighter. And I love using this as well. And then I have it in black. And same. And I think I want to get a full bottle of the gray. The black I love, but I think because of the other ones that I are like a yes for the black. So you can see it's very dark, very dark. But I don't know if you guys can notice, they dry much quicker because these are finally dry except for the brown. But you can see the gray is starting to dry already before even these. So this one is also much quicker, drier, quicker drying time. All right. The other ones, give me a minute, I have to grab those. Are ink that, let's start with this one. Now this one is an Indian ink, guys. This is not a good ink to use in your fountain pen. I think because it's not easy to wash off. I think it's permanent. So I avoid using that. For that, I only use this for dipping, because if I'm using for dipping, it's gonna end soon and I can like really clean whatever I'm using right away so it doesn't stain it. But Indian ink are good for permanent, guys. Oh, you serious? Oh my god. Oh, I thought I was not going to be able to open this. Alright. Clearly, I have not used it for a while, and my mistake is, you see the top? Yeah, I need to clean that. So, this one is one of the ones that you wouldn't have to dip a lot because of how thick it is and permanent it is, that it will stay on your dip, your glass pen or whatever fountain dip pen you use. And I don't know if you notice it so far, it will dry quicker. Which means why I don't use it in stuff that I don't want it to have a permanent impact on. So this now, because I know it dries so quicker, I'm going to take it off my glass pen real quick because I don't want it to stain it. So, and guess what? It is not done. Alright. Let's get this off. I just have to clean this later because it's probably going to do the same thing again and getting stuck, and you see the flakes. I don't use this that often because it's just dangerous. And then this one, probably going to be the same thing because I haven't used this in a while. Alright. This one is one of my favorite ink. Unfortunately, it only comes in a set, so I cannot buy it. So I had to stop using it because I was trying to save it. Oh no, that's a no-no. I was doing so good, guys, and the last ink is just the one that's gonna spoil the party. Spoil the party. Alright. Alright, yeah. I will be cleaning this right away when it's all said and done. But this one, I don't have that much left, so I've been saving it because this ink is amazing. But it only comes in a set. I don't know this brand. I have tried, and I cannot find them to even buy a bottle. Alright, let's do over here because that's a mess. You guys can see it's similar consistency to the other one, and this one dries quick. So it stays on your dip, which is what you want, and it dries much quicker than some of these. Oh, so remember the gray I was telling you about? You see how it dries? You see how the color looks totally different when it dries? Love that. Love that. Other ones are pretty much consistent in how it dries, but the gray, I love that it dries much lighter, and you can see the true gray. So yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Messy. Get this out. So yeah, guys, so this is my current ink. Of course, these I will test along the way. These, I can tell you right now, are not going to be the best for dip in terms of the consistency. It is very thin. It's beautiful. The colors are beautiful, but these I'm gonna pretty much gonna use in my fountain pen versus more of the dip, because I used this one yesterday and I had to dip in there so many times just to keep writing. But I also have a little trick because these are sample. I will probably like sometimes keep it open so that some air can get to it, and sometimes that does help the ink to do better. But you know, I probably going to be doing that is for some of these to see how it works. I was told, because Dee Dee has tried these from Brown Girl Reading, and because I put these on my Instagram yesterday. So the ones that has the glitter, like this has glitter, She said that you have to shake them up really good, and they were real nice. So I really want to get into some of the glitter ones just to see, because I've never used that. So this is what I love about these sample, because it gives you option of certain kind of ink, glitter ink and regular to write with. So I am going to play with these and let you know along the way and see which one of these I'll actually buy a regular full bottle of. So yeah. So alright guys, we are going to end this video here. I am super excited to share these, and I will see you in the next video. Next video is going to be fun, because next video is going to be some out and about situation. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.